Hey everyone, I'm Kim with Abundant Life Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me for another Mystery Mystic Mondays, and we are exploring the disappearance of Lina Sardar Khil. She is a 5-year-old little girl who lives in San Antonio, Texas, and she was declared missing or reported missing on December 20th, 2021. And from what we can tell, based on the parents' accounts of what happened, Lina was at her apartment complex, playing. It sounds like in a playground, like in the complex, there's like a little playground for the children. And her mom was there, but with her, along with children. But from what I'm gathering here is maybe the children started to go off into their own homes. Her mom left and was gone for about 18 minutes or so. And then when she returned, Lina was gone. And at first they thought maybe she went off to a friend's house and, a friend's apartment in the complex. And then when they exhausted searching in the complex for, where she may have gone, that's probably when they realized it was time to contact the authorities. So they've been pouring a lot of resources into searching for her. And I like to do little intros just to bring everyone up to speed. I will try to remember to add links in the description box so you can read up on your own about the case. But there was an Amber Alert issued for her, and an Amber Alert has specific criteria for what will make it be part of the alert. And so I think they discontinued the alert a couple of days ago at the time of this recording. And I think that's just for the protocol, because maybe her disappearance doesn't meet their definition of what applies for an Amber Alert. Nevertheless, the authorities have assured the public that they are going to continue to treat Lina's case like an abducted child case, as they should. But yeah, this is one of those things where it's like, oh, I just really want to feel her life force. I want to feel that she is here with us and that she'll have a safe return. We send that energy up and, request for comfort and healing for their family, no matter the outcome, right? I did do the reading already, but I'm recording the intro after the fact. The 2-part readings are interesting of what comes up, and I'm excited to hear what you all have to say or share about your intuitive hits, your insights, your thoughts about what may have happened, or what's coming up for you, because that's what this whole thing is about. It's not just about me doing the readings, it's about us discussing and keeping the discussion alive, so that interest stays alive for this child, and hopefully people will come forward and bring forth some information to lead to her return. All right, guys, so that's it. That's this little intro. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we are, ready to dive into this reading surrounding the disappearance of Lina Sardar Khil. And in the introduction, I've probably already discussed with you some of the key things surrounding her case. So I won't go too much into it now that we're going into the reading portion of this video. However, I do invite you to share your insights based on what comes up for you in your own readings, or what you're seeing in the cards, or what you're intuitively picking up on. Definitely share them in the comments below. I love engaging with all of you and hearing what you have to say. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The first just thing I want to do is do a Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle reading surrounding this surrounding the disappearance of Lina. So Spirit, we are coming to you asking for the insights into what may have happened, or what was leading up to the disappearance, or what energies can you share with us about all that has transpired. Okay, we've got Wheel, Ladder, Skull, number 13. Okay, one more. Thank you, Spirit. Trumpet. Okay. I'm going to zoom in so we can take a closer look, because they're so tiny. And here's the thing. We're going to go through these cards by cards in this reading, so bear with me. The Wheel card here is symbolizing, I'm sensing, this is about travel. This is about moving. This is about a dream realized. This is about moving forward. So the family migrated, or actually they are refugees from Afghanistan. So they moved to the United States, and this was in hopes of progress, a better future, of stability, of security, of, just being able to stay as safe as possible. So this was about ascension for this family. I get really strong vibes that the father especially wanted this very much so for his family. And so as a result, they moved forward. They moved to the United States. They are in San Antonio. Now, this card could also symbolize and also speak to what may have led her away, or moved her away from the apartment complex where she was last seen. It could be a vehicle, some sort of vehicle. It could be a car, a van. I suppose it could be something on two wheels, but definitely wheels are involved in terms of transporting her away. Ladder. Now, this could just simply speak to the ascension that the family was, going to experience in their move, from Afghanistan to, United States. This also could speak to her climbing up something, and her perhaps falling. Maybe she was calling, I don't know if they have a slide there or not, or have something part of the jungle gym at the parks. Because I guess there's like a little playground area in the apartment complex where Lina was. And I don't know if there was some sort of ladder there. Perhaps she fell. Perhaps someone came up to her and coaxed her, calmed her, and enticed her, because, she's a 5-year-old child and new to this to the country. Maybe was able to entice her to come along, go upstairs, go somewhere where they have to move up, go up. And so it initially started there. Now, either, like I said, again, this could be just her, her falling off of after climbing up on something and someone coming and saying, hey, let's go here. Or it's about moving up and going up, the next apartment level up, the next street up. moving, this way. Skull. The skull card, number 13, is concerning. I'm not going to lie, because the card association with this, for this deck, for what this creator who made this deck, one of the card meanings is death. Okay, so it's a change, a transition, an end of a cycle. This is also about being really overly concerned about mortality. Maybe being a child and being very fearful for your life as you know it. Maybe this is the fear of mortality from the father and mother's perspective towards their child. Maybe it's the fear of mortality of one's own life or the lives of the ones we care about. So it could simply just be that. But nevertheless, there is a death energy, an energy of death in the midst of what's going on here. Okay, I never like to just simply put out there, because I'm not God. I'm not all knowing. I'm not going to ever pretend to be all knowing here. I'm just letting you know what I'm picking up intuitively, and also how I'm interpreting the cards. And this is what's coming up here. How that shows up in the situation, it's just going to show up in the matter of a word of death, or in the words of transition or changes or end of cycles. It'll show up in a theme. It'll show up in a way that is known to us who have seen and felt this reading. Okay. Trumpet. Okay, this is now the trumpet card. This is about communication with the departed. Spiritual vibrations, feeling the departed, hearing from the departed making themselves known, and awakening to what's going on spiritually, what's going on, and alerting to what's going on, an awareness, a call. So that's what's coming up here energetically. And this is telling me that that as we move forward with this wheel card, this ladder, the energy of death, the energy of a transition, an energy from moving from one state of being to another, as that also could mean death as well. That there will be a heralding of this, a notice of this. We will come to understand and come to know and be awakened to what has transpired here with Lina. Okay. So that's what I'm sensing here. And now I'm going to pause, and we're going to move on to the next part. You know how I like to do this. I like to do this in layers. So I'll be right back.